Hi you guys, I swear I have filmed 3 videos this week and I've uploaded 3 videos this week, so I'm sorry it's a little excessive. I have just been really obsessed with the collections that are launching like left and right, and as you can tell by the title today, we are reviewing the most stunning collection I have seen for this year, the brand new Morphe X Ponysmakeup collection. Isn't she so gorgeous? When you open up the box, it comes with the 35i Icy Fantasy palette, along with 3 lippies that were launched with the collection as well. I have been dying to dig into this palette. I got it yesterday in the mail, and when I saw it, I knew immediately that I needed to film with it. I knew it, like from the pastel colors to just the whole dreamlike, fairy-like aesthetic vibe. I knew this palette had to be mine. So thank you so much, Morphe, for sending this over, and let's get into this review. Okay, so right out the box, we have the really stunning pop of pastel. Lip colors are absolutely beautiful, so pretty. They actually also went ahead and sent over these little cards, and it has like a little fun fact about her in the back on each little card. Super duper cute. So they come in their traditional little cute Morphe packaging, that it has that little sharp, super sharp edge that looks like you can, like, I swear, like stab somebody with them. This is the shade Wonder. It's so pretty. This is one of the main ones that caught my eye, so I'm like super duper obsessed. So pretty with the little Morphe stamp on it. Then we have the shade Mystify, which is this beautiful lilac tone right here. So freaking pretty. It matches my backdrop, you guys. How freaking cute. And the third shade we have is this super beautiful corally orange color right here, and it is in the shade Charisma. So I wanted to get into this palette so bad. I have refrained from even touching it from when I got it in the mail because I wanted to get my first impressions on camera. Like, how pretty is that packaging? Like, I just want to keep this on display and not even move it because it just matches everything in my room, and I love it so much. So we're gonna go ahead and open her up. Boom. Let me bring her up close, and these are all the shades. They're so freaking stunning. This is a whole pastel fantasy. This is the only thing that I ever have issues with certain palettes. It's just the little plastic. I do not like the little plastic because then you have to kind of like lay it over the palette so you can get an idea of what it is that you're going to be digging into. So the first shade I'm going to dig into is the shade Dreamer. This really pretty lilac tone right here, and I'm picking it up with this Jeffree Star JS6 brush. I freaking love this brush. I'm gonna go right into my crease. Sometimes it scares me to use these kinds of colors that are very pastel. Why? Because they can look a little ashy if your skin tone is a little more warm. The colors tend to look a little more ashy on your skin. I am more warm toned in my skin color, but I do like to use more neutral foundation to kind of neutralize that and just keep me more in the middle, and sometimes that does help, so maybe that might help you guys too. So am I catfishing with my foundation? Yes, I am. Okay, so far so good. This color is so freaking pretty. Wow, it matches my backdrop. It looks so good. I love how good this looks. Okay, so I'm picking up a little bit more, and we are just gonna keep buffing, girl, through that crease. God, this is so pretty. The crazy part is I actually don't have any color that's this really pretty of a lilac tone. I have a palette that is all purple shades, but it doesn't have a color like this. So I love and get so excited when I have a brand new eyeshadow color, and then I become way too obsessed and I use that same color for like 2 weeks. So towards the end, I'm gonna start like winging it out just a smidge and then smoking towards the top, so it doesn't have that harsh separation between my crease and closer to my brow bone. We're using the same brush with a little bit of that same shade Dreamer and just slowly going in. And I don't like to go over the color that I just placed on my crease because I want that part to be the brightest. So by the time we go in with the liner, it just pops. You'll see exactly what I mean in a minute. Drinking some tea, girl. Look at that. It's like, the shade is also so buildable, because that's another thing. I've seen pastel tones that aren't necessarily very buildable without starting to turn chalky or chunky on the eyelid, and I don't think that's very cute. This color is so freaking pretty. Like, wow. I'm thinking of going in with some of this white shade right here, and I'm just patting that color in to my inner corner and like almost like halfway to my lid, basically. Boom. Okay, and right where I laid the shade white out, which was that white shade that I just put on my lid, we are gonna go in with the pressed glitter color, which is in the shade Frostbite, which is this really, really pretty metallic silver color. And I wanna lay just a smidge of it over the white, just so it has like a very sparkly vibe to it, because we're looking very matte right now. I'm just pressing very, very lightly because I don't want it to just clump up into one spot. I want to put it over where I put all that whiteout shade, and then just let it kind of like make its way up into that lavender shade and look really, really pretty. I'm gonna concentrate a little more of the glitter to my inner corner, because if you guys know me, I love a shiny inner corner, girl. So I do want it to sparkle a little more, so I have to grab this little plastic so I can know what shade I'm gonna dig into now. And I'm thinking of digging into the shade Brilliant, which is this beautiful light, kind of reflective glimmery color. And we're gonna go in. Now we're cooking. This Brilliant shade is so pretty, and it fits perfectly with the glitter because it is more on the silver side. I love this. Now, I am terrified because in the campaign picture, she did do a wing, which inspired me to do a wing on my eye too. However, I am guilty as charged. I have not done a wing in a very, very long time, and I'm very, very scared because when I stop being consistent with my wing liner, it just comes out crunchy. So pray for me. So I'm gonna use this Urban Decay Perversion little eyeliner. It's a liquid eyeliner pen. And we are going to go ahead and create my wing. I love how dark and deep this color is. Like, it is so freaking crazy. So, but also with how dark it is, girl, especially with a pastel color, once you mess up, there's no going back. Oh. Step 2 down. I need to grab my little Laura Mercier powder puff because I rest my hand on my face and I don't want to be rubbing off my makeup. I can't be the only one that doesn't breathe when I'm doing this, I swear. So deep breath in. Alright, so I'm going to pop on these really pretty lashes. They're the style Destiny from the brand J Lash. I'm going to put these on and we'll be right back. Now that the lashes are stuck down and they look super cute, we're going to go back into the 35 eye palette and we're going to dig into the shade Dreamer. We love a sleepless mystical eye bag moment. Wow, look at the difference. Like, it's crazy. Like, just having it lower opens my eye and it makes this eye just look that much bigger. It's so insane. I was originally going to use like multiple shades from in here, but the fact that I only used one color to completely blow out my eye and it just looks this good, like, wow. I do want it to sparkle a little more, so I'm gonna grab some more of, I had to grab the plastic because I forgot the shade names, so I'm gonna grab a little bit more of that Brilliant shade and Frostbite. Oh, it's Frostbite. I thought it was Frostbite. Dumb. I love looking like I'm crying glitter, so that's exactly the look I'm going for right now. And we're grabbing that Brilliant shade and we're gonna put it right here in my inner corner, and we are gonna drag it a little lower. Sparkly. We're gonna do the same thing, grab a little bit of the glitter and we are just going to pat it over that brilliant shade we put right there. Now, because I do want to keep it within, you know, the palette, I do want to highlight with one of the colors. The one I use in the inner corner is the one that caught my eye the most, which is that brilliant shade, which is going to be a brilliant highlighter. I do have a little bit of a very nice little frosty little glow going on right now, but I want it to just be like, bam. It's looking cute. It's looking cute. That makes my skin look wet. I love it. Wow, I think I found another favorite highlighter of mine. I'm telling you, as of late, I've just been loving highlighting with certain eyeshadows because they just pick up the light so perfectly. I did want to create a little bit of like kind of dimensional color. There is another shade right here. I'm looking for the little plastic paper that I keep throwing around and I don't know where I put it. Right here is the shade Euphoria. Is this very, very pretty, kind of has like a violety bluish reflect to it right here, and I want to put that over this color. Ooh. Now, I'm gonna go in with the lippies. I have been like eyeing them. I know initially I wanted to go in with that corally color, and I'm kind of still thinking I do, but I'm not 100. I'm trying to see which one I would love on my lip the most. So I'm gonna go in with this really pretty lip liner in the shade Sand from Desiderio Cosmetics. It's one of my favorite lip liners. And if you guys have never noticed, maybe you have, I have a little scar right here on my lip. I've had that since I was a kid. So it's kind of a struggle sometimes to line my lips properly around that. Love that. We're gonna go in with the shade Wonder. And this is the color. I kind of want it to be a little more glossy, so I'm gonna throw a little bit of gloss over it because I love a glossy lip, so why not? All right, so this is it for the lippy. Definitely love it much more in gloss form. It looks so cute. So what are my thoughts overall? Let's get into it. The palette I absolutely love. Mind you, I only use about 1, 2, 3, 4 different shades inside, and I already love the palette. This is the look obviously that we created. I want to try out these minty tones, this little periwinkle here, this very fiery tone section right here as well. So there's a bunch of different looks that can be created from this. This pressed glitter impressed me like crazy. I barely had to pick up any, and it just like boom, looks like a disco ball in your eyes. So absolutely obsessed. Love the way this looks. Can't forget about the price. $25 for this palette. For a 35 eyeshadow color palette is a really good price. Each shade is basically less than $1. If you're more into pastels, this is definitely a palette for you. I feel like 2020 is going to be the year of pastel colors. I'm excited for that because pastels is something that is out of my norm with colors. It feels like a very rainbow type palette, but with your pastels like basically in your pastel realm. So if you haven't tried anything pastel and you're kind of wanting to dig in, I think 25 bucks is a fantastic price for such a big palette with a ton of different shades inside for you to be able to play with. Moving on to the lippies, they are absolutely gorgeous. I love them. The only thing for me is the colors are not my cup of tea. I do a nude lip or I do gloss. That's just been me. I like a lot more focus on my eyes and a lot less focus on my lips. That's just me personally, because it's just, I don't know, that's just me personally. I know a lot of people do the same thing. They prefer a lot more brightness on their eyes, their highlighters, their cheeks, and then their lips are very, very subtle and muted, and I get that. I'm the same way, girl, don't worry. But if you are into color and if you are into pastel lips, these are gorgeously high pigmented colors that just the payoff was insane. This retails for $18 for this little set of 3. The entire collection will actually be launching on January 16th, and I'm sure it'll be launching on Morphe.com, Morphe stores. I don't know about Ulta, so I know Ulta is a retailer of Morphe brushes, but I don't see anything in regards to that. So just keep an eye out, January 16th. It'll be going live across Morphe sites, stores, so on and so forth. Ponysmakeup is somebody who I actually recently came across and I did not know. She is a South Korean makeup artist. She is incredibly talented and I was just recently looking through her work. Absolutely love it. Love her aesthetic. This aesthetic, however, is just what caught my eye from a mile away before I even knew it was her. So once again, thank you Morphe and Ponysmakeup for this amazing collab, and thank you for sending it over so I can have an opportunity to review it for you guys and show you how bomb it is. So that is everything, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. It really would appreciate it. And if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe down below and click that bell notification so you can get notified every single time I post a new video. So that is it for today's video, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye. Love you the most.